Welcome back to 504 Road Trips. Today we enter the state of Mississippi on US Highway 61. As we enter the state, a large permanent fireworks stand is to the right, which probably indicates that sales of fireworks are illegal in the Memphis city limits, or perhaps the entire state of Tennessee. So the fireworks business is strategically placed to serve people crossing the state line. Not quite as visible in the video on the right is the state line Big John standing guard. According to the Library of Congress, this muffler man was once a giant symbol of the Big John grocery chain, and rather than a muffler, he held two giant bags of groceries. However, Big John seems to be a Midwestern thing, and I can't find any evidence that there were any locations in Mississippi or anywhere else in the Southeast. We're in DeSoto County, which is named not for the defunct division of the Chrysler Corporation, but for Hernando de Soto, the 16th century Spanish explorer who was the first European to cross the Mississippi River. We enter the town of Walls, part of the Memphis, Tennessee Metropolitan Statistical Area. Walls had a population of 1,351 as of the 2020 census. Walls was originally named Alpica, an old Chickasaw Indian word. The name was changed to Walls in 1906. Walls was named after Captain June Walls, who served in the Civil War. Captain Walls was an early settler and merchant of the region in the 1880s. As part of the Delta region known for its rich, dark soil, Walls is a community rich in agriculture. Cotton, soybeans, rice, and corn are planted each spring. The railroad played a vital part in the growth of the area in the early to mid-1900s. The town of Walls, which has been a community since the early 1900s, was connected to the tiny village of Memphis, Mississippi, not the other Memphis, which was incorporated in the early 1970s and was located just south of the Walls community. In 2003 and 2004, the village of Memphis was annexed, thereby giving the town of Walls the official status of a municipality. The town is mostly on Old Highway 61, which has now been numbered as Mississippi Highway 161, a number we'll see a few times in Mississippi on the old routes. Here we see an exit leading to a fragment of Interstate 69 that runs between a point somewhere southeast of here and the Tennessee state line near Memphis. There is one other road ahead that leads to I-69, but the interstate doesn't quite make it all the way to US 61. A few miles up the road, US 61 is signed as a future corridor of I-69. We enter Tunica County, and we immediately cross Harrah's Casino Parkway North, which led to the huge Harrah's Casino Tunica complex. The casino resort, which originally opened as the Grand Casino Tunica, consisted of 140,000 square feet of gaming area, 3 hotels with a total of 1,356 rooms, an RV park, a spa and salon, a convention center, the Willows Sporting Clays Shotgun Club, and a 2,500-seat entertainment venue called the Harrah's Event Center. In March of 2014, Harrah's parent company, Caesars, announced the closing of the entire complex due to a decline in business. The casino building was demolished in August of 2015, but the 2 large resort hotels remain unused since their closure on June 2nd of 2014. The smallest hotel adjacent to the old casino site has been leased to an auction company where live auctions of farm equipment and other large items take place in the parking lot. The golf course and event center are abandoned. We cross Casino Center Drive, which leads to a cluster of 3 casinos at the end of the road. These include the MGM Mirage Gold Strike Resort and Casino, originally Circus Circus, and Binion's Horseshoe Tunica, and a third which appears to be out of business now, but was originally the Sheraton Hotel and Casino, and later the Tunica Roadhouse Casino and Hotel, a casino that featured a mechanical bull and beer pong. Additionally, on a branch of Casino Center Drive is the First Jackpot Casino, originally Bally's Saloon and Gambling Hall. Here we see Casino Strip Resort Boulevard, which leads to Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall, as well as Hollywood Casino and Hotel Tunica. Down a separate road is the Fitz Tunica Casino and Hotel, originally owned by Fitzgerald Gaming. On the Strip, there are 2 abandoned casinos, including what was most recently the Resorts Casino Tunica, previously the Harrah's Tunica Mardi Gras Casino, and originally the Southern Belle Casino. Also abandoned is the former Isle of Capri Casino. There were 4 additional casinos at a spot on the river called Moon Landing: the Splash, Lady Luck, the President, and Bally's. Splash was the first to open in 1992 and was highly successful as the only casino in northern Mississippi. Within a year, the other 3 opened at Moon Landing, and then the larger casinos opened in the spots previously mentioned, and Splash was out of business by 1995. By that time, Lady Luck had moved downriver, and President and Bally's had moved upriver. Today there are 6 casinos in Tunica County, down from a peak of 11 in 1995. We stopped off here at this Unocal 76 gas station for a cup of coffee and to clean the windshield. We conclude today's video as we enter the community of North Tunica at Moon Landing Road. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please give us a thumbs up, post a comment, subscribe, share and follow us on social media, and join us for our next 504 road trip.